How are we doing on this Tuesday afternoon? I'm assuming it's probably close to about 2:30, maybe 3. Don't have a clock or a watch with me, so I'm only guesstimating. Man, I had a great video, but it was just too long, and I don't know how to edit, so I deleted it. And the only thing I hate about deleting it is, during the video, my rooster was right up here on the table next to me. And he was crowing a little bit, making some noise, eating some of the cat food on the counter, up on the table, and some other things I've been putting up here. But majority, well, a portion of this afternoon, I've been out here cutting peppers off the plant and getting things situated for tonight, because we're supposed to have not a killing frost, but we're supposed to have a frost. So with all that being said and done, this is what's left of my Tabasco peppers. I had a bunch more, but I have added them to a jar of Tabasco peppers on bottom, cayennes, some mild or sweet banana peppers, and then some more Tabascos on top. And I gotta finish up my container here, and then after that I'm gonna mix my brine up, stick it in my jar and let them soak for a good period of time, and then I bring them outside, and I use the same pot with a strainer on top of it. Then I take my jar of peppers and brine, and I dump it on top inside that container strainer, and then I take the strainer part, stick it in my blender, grinder, whatever you want to call it, and I smush everything up to a good old liquidy kind of pulp. Then I pour it back into the strainer, and well, actually, I got ahead of myself a teeny bit. When I pour the brine through the strainer, then I take the peppers out, put it in the blender. I take the brine that's in here, and I pour it back into the jar that came out of. So that way, when I do pour the mush into the strainer, it's not super thinned out with all the vinegar. So that way, you know, it's kind of thick, and then if I need to thin it up, I can take the jar and pour just a little bit till I get the consistency that I want for hot sauce. But that is what I have been doing for, I don't know, 25, maybe 30 minutes, give or take. But yeah, and all summer long, all I've heard was people complain, I can't wait till fall, I can't wait till fall, I can't wait till fall, it's too hot. Which were the same people that bitched and boohooed and cried all winter long, it's too cold, I can't wait till summertime, I don't care how hot it gets, I'm not gonna complain. Whatever. You all cried just as much in summertime as you did in wintertime. There's no pleasing people. No, I ain't gonna lie, when I was a kid, I loved wintertime. I'd go outside and play and everything else, and I was out of school, and it was great. But since I'm pushing 50, my body doesn't attune to wintertime like it did when I was a kid. It snaps, crackles, and pops like the cereal. I hurt. My joints hurt. You know, I freeze. Yeah, I don't like wintertime. I have to deal with it because I'm too ornery to move out of the state of Kentucky, because I was born here, I'm going to die here. My family's been in this state for over 200 something years. Well, one side of my family has been in this state for over 200 years. 200 years plus, I should say. So, you know, I ain't going nowhere. And I found out this afternoon that my pay scale shall be going up to a decent percentage. and that just means I can pay this house off a lot faster than what I had been doing, which, you know, it's a blessing in disguise for me, because the faster I can get it paid off, the faster I can put money to the side some and start working on getting the property on the farm taken care of. So when that time arrives, I can give this place to my kids and be like, if y'all want to burn it down, burn it down. If y'all want to punch holes in the walls, it's yours. Do what you want with it. I'm moving to the sticks even more far out. And we can build, well, actually I can build a house. Not actually, I won't build the house. I can have somebody build me the house that I want, that the wife would enjoy, and she can have all the rooms she needs and all the rooms she wanted, and, you know, have the view that she wants and all the stuff that she didn't have while being here, and, you know, just make life that much easier. And then I can have all the room I want for growing things and putting the steel out in the backyard, and hunting and trapping, and growing everything I wanted to grow that I can't grow here because I don't have enough room. And then on top of it, I've been putting this in some serious consideration, is building like the old pioneer single room cabins type things. And so that way when I have friends that want to come over and visit, say like if they don't want to leave that night, well, there's a single room cabin out in the backyard with a small fireplace in it, you know, if it's cold enough. And it won't be a dirt floor, which I think would be kind of cool if it was a dirt floor, but I won't keep a dirt floor. Single bed, no TV, no internet, no electricity, a couple coal lamps, and very hardcore primitive living is my idea of a guest house, which would also include the outhouse X so many feet away from the place. And if you wanted to take a bath, then I'd have you a great big number 9 galvanized metal wash tub that you can take a bath in. Now, after a couple of people come by to visit over a period of time, I don't imagine I'd have too many guests. But my thing is, that is my ideal of true living. And the reason why I say that is because when I was a lot younger, and I mean a lot younger, on the farm, when my great-grandma was alive, that is basically how I lived. She had 2 modern conveniences. She had a pitcher pump in the kitchen and a single pull-string light bulb in the kitchen, and other than that, that was the modern convenience of the whole farmhouse, and that was it. There was no, you know, I'm going to jump on the internet, I'm going to get Wi-Fi, I'm going to, you know, play on the telephone. It was, you know, you listen to a radio and you use the old-fashioned thing of imagination, and you work like a dog. So, other than that, that's about it. And every time we lose power here in the wintertime or the summertime, that kind of flood, those memories kind of flood back. And most people nowadays, they'd go crazy because they can't get on their telephone or they don't have internet connection. But for a while, you know, I'm kind of like, that's great living there. You know, how could you go wrong living like that? But in this day and age, in this culture, people are so absorbed into networking and telephones and TV and everything else, which I'm calling the kettle black. Here I'm making a video to post on YouTube for people to watch, and I'm talking about, you know, how I can enjoy living in a non-communicational kind of world. Kind of oxymoronish, I know. But, you know, it is what it is. I just know that hopefully this weekend, with Adam not being too busy, he can come by and get started on my bathroom for me to get my tub put in before it gets super cold, because I have a crack in my bathtub. I've had it for some while, and I got a replacement tub. It's sitting in the living room, more so in the way than anything, but I'm not complaining because he does a lot of work for me and doesn't charge me. Even though I try to find ways to offset the balance of payment. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. But he's done a lot of work for me. I've been trying to get him some side business. Every time I see an opportunity where somebody needs a plumber or some pipe work done and stuff like that. If he's ever got the business, I don't know. But I always make sure that every time I see somebody that says, hey, I need a plumber, or I need this and water line, or I need this for hookup, I tag him and stuff all the time, and I send him messages, and I do everything I can to make him some side money to where it's not tax deductible by Joe Biden, so he don't give it to all the people that come in the country illegally. And that's my thing. I don't care if you live in Mexico and you want to come to the United States, more power to you, because my great-grandfather was an immigrant. He came from Italy in the late 1800s, early 1900s. You know, part of my family is immigrants, so I'm not going to knock people that want to come here for a better living. But do it legally. You know, I understand everybody has hardships, but my great-grandparents were fleeing Italy during a revolt/revolution kind of thing, and you know, they came here legally. So if they can do that, why can't everybody else that comes here follow the same footsteps? So, and that's just my outlook of it. And this is kind of one, I won't say who, but somebody that's within proximity to me. One of the lots around here, somebody was looking at it, and they got kind of skittish about it because they were of Hispanic descent. And I was like, hell yeah, I can't wait. I hope to God they do buy it. Because that means if they cook traditional Hispanic food, my ass is going to be like showing up with a plate and a fork and a spoon in my hand, because I love Mexican food. I love Hispanic food. There's a large difference in between the two, but in cultural wise, it's pretty much about the same. But yeah, I mean, I was like, hell yeah. But evidently, whatever reason, they didn't like the lay of the place, or something didn't suit their fancy, so they kind of passed it up. And I was like, well, there goes my spoon, plate, and fork idea. But it's okay. You'll get bought up eventually by somebody that, you know, hopefully it's of Mexican or Hispanic origins. Fingers crossed. Kind of hard to cross your fingers when you got arthritis in your fingers. But you get my point, you get my idea. Yeah, I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty down here. Nothing left really much but these little bitty ones. I might just save these little bitty ones, put them in the dehydrator, and grind them up for pepper powder or chili powder. I've been making weapon-grade chili powder here lately. It's great. I got Tabascos, the jalapenos that I grow, and cayennes and dragon cayennes, and then I got some Trinidad scorpions I got from somebody else, and some Carolina Reapers I ground up into powder with it as well. And every time I make my habanero hot sauce, I save the pulp from every time I make hot sauce, and I spread it in my dehydrator in layers with this little, those, they call them fruit roll-up sheets, and I put those in there and I dehydrate it, and then I break them up, the hard thing after it's dried, put it in my grinder, and I grind up in a chili powder, and I add that to my other chilies that I have dehydrated. And with all that said and done, I have, well, not legally, technically I have weapon grade chili powder, because 98.9% of your law enforcement's pepper spray is a cayenne pepper base. So anything hotter than cayenne pepper and OCS and pepper spray gets considered weapon grade. So I have weapon grade chili powder, and I sell at the farmer's market. I'm gonna send some to Dan in Texas. I'm gonna send some to Michael up in Wisconsin, and I'm gonna send a small bottle of it to a friend of mine in Nevada, another friend of mine up in Washington State. So yeah, that's about it, really. That's pretty much what I've been doing. Besides, my cup has a hole in it now. Need more drink. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Now I did go over there. I pulled a bunch of weeds out of one of my container pots over there, and I found. Oh man, I was so tickled pink. I wanted to dig it up more, but I stopped because the root is so damn big. It's a cluster of different side roots about that big around, a bloodroot in one of my containers over there. And I was like, man, oh man, that's so great looking. Now what I should do is this afternoon, before going to get that shelving from Roll King, is take my ass over to Freeman Lake and dig up some of that bloodroot on the backside, bring it home and stick it in one of these containers out here. So next spring when it comes up and it goes to flower and goes to seed, I can save the seed and I can sell the seed. The seed is worth more than the root, which is crazy. And after doing some thinking and talking to some other people about it, the reason why is if I get the seed and I sell it to Joe Blow down the road and he plants it in his yard and it grows into a plant, and then his plant goes to seed, then he can take those seeds and spread it around his yard even more and grow even more plants of it. And but the price of bloodroot has gone up in price some, just not as much as what of all the work you got to do to get it. It's worth it, but it's there, and I'm gonna grow a lot more of it. And I'm go online and I'm gonna get some seeds for yellow root, and I'm gonna plant some yellow root around the yard as well, and a bunch of other things. This coming year of 2022, number one priority is I'm putting an addition on the back of the house. After the addition's put on, my tubers are coming out. After my tubers come out, we're putting a roof on the house. And then whatever's left over, we'll figure out a calculation form by X amount of months, divide it up, calculate it, split it in section pieces or cut it in half, and try to save them as a portion of it, and then on top of it, put the rest back for a rainy day. And that is the 22 lineup of next year. But I just gotta live that long to get to 2022. Not to say I'm gonna die anytime soon, but you never know when your time is up. So you live each day to the best ability to do as best as you can. Don't waste it. Don't sleep it away. Don't fiddle fart it away. You know, don't plan your days from the time you're at. Just do the best you can right now, and that's all you can really do, really. But I don't want a super long video. The longer my video is, the longer it takes to download, and So with that being said and done, y'all have a great day. What's left of it, make the best of it. And if you're in my neck of the woods and in the region of my neck of the woods, get ready to have a nice frost tonight. Cover up things you can cover up. Now I was back here before I got the video. I was looking at my elderberry plant, and there's some elderberries on that bush over there that I can cut and I can trim. So before it gets dark around 6:30 tonight, I'm gonna be over here cutting some more pieces of berries off my bush, so I can take them inside the house and save them for probably January, February of 2022, so I can make some jelly with them and have them set back, stuck up, and ready for the farmer's market in April. I got a great big half bushel apples in the house. Sometime today and tomorrow I'm going to cut them up, and I'm going to make a great big ass thing of apple butter. They were intended to make some other stuff with. We never got to it, and so instead of letting them go to waste, I'm going to make a huge ass vat of apple butter, and I'm going to give some for Christmas gifts. I'm going to keep some around the house, and I'm going to put majority of it, set it up and put it to the side for the farmer's market as well. And who knows what, Junior is just not getting off the bus. So I'm gonna cut this in the video, and I will see y'all again sometime, hopefully before Sunday, and if not, then you know, it is what it is. Have a great day.